Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. I am back, y'all, with this new version of Bell Collective. So it's Bell Collective Birmingham, season 1, episode 1 of Storms of Brewing. Okay, and it starts with Stormy, of course, and Stormy is showing what she has been up to, you know, within the last few years and months to years. And she hit 1 million people sales on TikTok with the selling of Canvas Beauty and been all over the world. And y'all. She traveled all over the world, including China, 2025. And in 2026, she said that she is trying to be the most successful belle that it is. And she said she gonna keep her grind going. And I love her business. I love her business sense. Okay. And see, Canvas, including starting in, she said that she started in her kitchen, of course. And she said her and her husband. Okay. And then Trey is at the warehouse, which is one of her workers. And he is doing big things and working. And another one of her workers, Deja, she brings in the contribution box with Lala Anthony and a huge deal. And Stormy said that it has turned full circle for her. And she is just beyond blessed. Okay. And Stormy talks with Amber, which is the CFO at Canvas Beauty. Now, you hear me? Okay, that is Amber, y'all. All right, we're finna introduce ourselves to Miss Amber. And Amber said that she played in New York. Well, let me just say, Amber said that Stormy sold in New York, Atlanta, LA, Las Vegas, and Point Pure, Point Blank. Stormy is doing big things. I already told y'all that. She doing the damn thing for real. And Amber said that the release party should be in Birmingham and she would be able to meet with, people and, any producers or influencers and stuff like that. And made sure to tell us, and we already should know that Stormy is a family person and she don't like to be out in the party scene like that. And she always be okay with being on her ranch and her estate, which she owns, that beautiful ranch that she got with the horses and all that. Okay. So Stormy agreed to, do the release party in Birmingham. Okay. All right. And we already said that Stormy likes to be, around her family, and that's good. And Stormy calls Mike, and Stormy is not happy with the box. And the detail is very, very flimsy. And Stormy throw the box and all that stuff. And she said, this is unacceptable. And the quality is not up to par. And Stormy she said she spent 150,000. And the product work is around not gonna be ready. And then the product ain't gonna be ready for when she need it. Okay. Cause she broke it down, the timeline. So if today was January the 9th, okay, this her timeline. And the live TikTok event is January the 30th. And boxes are going to arrive on February the 23rd. And she said that that's not acceptable, of course. And it's not. And Stormy also said that she paid extra for the boxes to be made and sent domestically. Okay. And Stormy cries and says that she wants everyone to get their boxes on time, and she don't want to just be looked at as a bad business person. Okay. So gracefully next, and we get to Stormy's estate, and she has two dogs. The dogs' name are Trey and Smoke. And Gouchy is the groundskeeper. Okay, we introducing people that's gonna be in the show and in the story for Stormy. And then we finally meet Miss Kayla. And Kayla comes to her home and has known her for 6 years. And they both walk outside to see the horses. And then Kayla had a dream and she cashed her child in. Cast her child in. Okay, she casted her child in the movie Black Panther, right? And then Kayla said that she met her husband and he was 32 years old, right? Now catch this. Now this Kayla. She said her husband was 32 years old and she was 17. And she stated that she is newly divorced for 3 months and she had a couple of children. Okay, she has a couple of children, right? And Stormy says that Kayla could not be, she could not flourish or be her when she was married to her ex-husband, right? Gracefully next for the moment. And then we get to Tiffany. And Tiffany is a mother of three. And herself with her husband and a detailing, they have a doting business, and then going to have an alternate business as a couple. Okay. So this Tiffany and her husband, and they read a Bible scripture, right? And then Kaylin, which is her niece, she joins. Okay, gracefully next for them for the moment. And then we meet the next lady, and her name is Fumi, Fumi, and she is a Nigerian born and raised content creator. And she said, so she said Sam is her husband, and they have two children. And Sam has a business, and they talk about a new home. And then Marin, which is her sister, Fumi's sister, and she comes over and she says that her sister was her mother for 8 years now, and Fumi that wanted to, move without selling the home that they are in now. And then her sister and her husband instantly said, no, ma'am, absolutely no goddamn ma'am. And then Moran said that she thinks the budget should be $5 million. I'm like, God damn, y'all gracefully next. And then Amber, we get to Amber, and Amber gets a FaceTime from Stormy. And Kaylin said that she lives with her niece, and Kaylin was, the marketer and the marketing coordinator at Canvas Beauty. Okay, so Amber is FaceTime and Stormy, right? And then Kaylin said that she lives with her niece, right? And then she said that she is the marketer for marketing coordinator at Canvas Beauty. I can't get my words out. And she came to Birmingham to play basketball in 2009. And then top 10 all time, right? Scoring in UAB, women's basketball history. And then she went to play professionally overseas for 5 years and chose to come back to the States. And then Stormy talks about how only 2,400 boxes that will be delivered until the end of February. And Stormy tells her that it is unacceptable when in 3 weeks the TikTok live stream will take effect. Okay. And she says she ordered 5,000 boxes, but when she will only have 2,400 boxes. Hell no. That's just an inconvenience right there. And then Stormy says that it is stressful. And she says that she wants to throw something intimate in the party. And then Stormy says that she was not created, she was not treated well, when introduced. Okay. And then she says that she will not want her in her space. And Stormy didn't say that. Caitlin said that. Okay. And she said that she wasn't treated well when Stormy introduced her. And then she said that she is not looking forward to connecting with her or nobody else. Gracefully next. And Kiss the Canvas pre-sale, pre-release party. And Kendra says that she is very excited for the party. And Amber and Kaylin, which is Amber's niece, then Amber said to Kaylin to be on her best behavior. And I said, oh, so she must be doing some cut up in there or something like that for her to say, be on your best behavior, right? Okay. And then we get to Stormy, and Stormy and Mike arrives at the beauty venue. And then Stormy shows Lala on FaceTime how the venue looks. And then Lala says, oh, it's so beautiful, very, very beautiful. And Stormy is told that the box was sent and it was a prop and it was a sample. Okay. So she was just raising her blood pressure and all this stuff for nothing. I'm like, Stormy, we gonna calm down, girl. We gonna calm down. But Stormy says that she has Pimp, which is her event planner. And she says she is the best of it all. And she made her event pop. And she really did because that event space was beautiful. Okay. Gracefully next. Okay. And we get to Tiffany and Kendra and Sanetta, and that's Tiffany's friend. And Tiffany says that fashion and influencing in Birmingham is where it's at. So it's like everybody's just competing with each other, trying to make that move, make everything look good and stuff like that, right? And then Tiffany walks up to Fumai and she says, I didn't realize that you were so short. I'm like, girl, damn, you just stop. She gonna say that she didn't realize that she was so short. And I'm like, Tiffany, girl, what the hell ever. And Tiffany is looking some kind of way when Kyla walks in. Because remember, Tiffany and Kyla don't get along and they don't see eye to eye, right? And then she started looking some kind of way when Kyla walks in, right? And then, but Kyla is there for the shock value. And she has a new 52-year-old man. And then Stormy said that she just told her about the 32-year-old that she was dating and that she was married to when she was 17. And she said that she just don't see this situation going good for her because she said that she just likes older men and she just doesn't see it good for her. Okay, but we gonna see. We'll see throughout this season. Gracefully next. And Destiny shows up to the event and Tiffany starts looking crazy. I'm like, Tiffany don't like no damn body. I'm saying. She don't like nobody. And Fumai talks about how she went to her husband's court 7 months pregnant and she just pretty much was just trying to say that she's a go-getter and she gonna get stuff done no matter what, at all purposes, all means, all things necessary and gracefully next. And Stormy and Amanda are talking and she says that she will talk to Colin, and Amanda said that Kylan did not speak to her and all this stuff. So it's like a whole bunch of stuff. Like, okay, so Kylan didn't speak. Okay, we know Amanda. So Kylan didn't speak to you, Amanda. We know that you was feeling some kind of way because Kylan didn't speak to you at any of the previous events that Stormy threw. I understand. I definitely do understand. But hold on, baby. You're going to have to just get over it and just know that sometimes people just don't speak and sometimes people are just not nice. Okay? And they don't have good bedside manners. Okay? And so Stormy, she pulls both of them to sit down. And then Kylan and Amanda said that she did not, they just both sit down. And then that's what Stormy said. Oh, boy. She said, I got a lot that I'm going to have to deal with. this season. It's just gonna be a lot to deal with this season. And I'm like, yeah, girl, you know it. You know that these women ain't nobody, because Stormy want all of the ladies to get along first glance. And then she have to understand that she have to know that all the time women are not going to get along with each other. And if they don't get along with each other, then they're not gonna get along. Okay. So you just gonna have to let people just work their way into it and then just get along as it go. Okay. And again, this was an exciting show, and I'm looking forward to reviewing this one. And this is Bell Collective Birmingham Season 1, Episode 1. A storm is a brewing, and it was a good episode. And I love me some Stormy, so everybody know I love Stormy. That was my girl. So I want y'all to do what it say right there. Like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Again, like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel to be a part of the Jazzy fam. And I hope y'all have a blessed rest of your weekend. And I'm gonna get these videos uploaded for you, Bell Collective as well as Bell Collective Birmingham. Have a blessed day.